Panic, you've made the right decision, for you're tuned to Raw TV. Over the next 50 minutes, we are going to take you on the most magical sleigh ride through Europe's most original stories and happening music. Like a hot knife through butter, we cut straight to the heart of European youth. We learn how to make it in business with one of Britain's richest men, whose success lay in the soft porn industry. Having made it, we're then going to lose it in one of Italy's top casinos. We go over to Dublin to meet their most popular hairdresser, who originally comes from Malaysia. And we attend a media orgy with model and singer Sam Fox as we attend her latest career relaunch. With music from acid jazz rapper Guru Jazzmatazz, Whiteout and Small Town Heroes, let the show begin. I'm Kimberly and this is Raw TV.
Live.
Tip for the top, Whiteout, producing fine acoustic melodies and proud of their working class roots. Sam Fox shot to fame at the young age of 16 as one of UK's most famous topless models. On the back of this, she launched a successful singing career. But since then, things have not been so easy. Raw decided to follow her as she took on the country's media as part of a promotional tour.
At the time, I was working in a greengrocer's shop, and all these guys used to come in.
The latest sport to grab Polish bars and clubs is female mud wrestling. Yes, you heard me right, mud wrestling, where drunken males can now sit back and relax as they watch women take on each other. Let's just hope this sport remains particular to the Polish culture. There's just enough time for our latest tip for the top. Down-to-earth Sunderland-based rockers, Small Town Heroes, who seem to be having a few groupie problems. I'm Kimberly and I'll see you next week as Raw keeps rolling through Europe.
And we've had a really fabulous evening, haven't we?
Well, I loved it myself.
Yeah, it's Melanie.
I'm going to leave you with one last tip for the top. Sensational sounds of Gota and the Low Dog. You may recognize Gota as the drummer in both Simply Red and Soul to Soul. Next week we enroll in a Scottish bodyguard school. We get down to a bit of bump and grind in a Dutch club, and we make music with cows. I'm Kimberly, and you've been watching Raw TV. The Spanish obviously relish chopping down those that stand tallest in the public eye. But perhaps they've taken the tall poppy syndrome a stage too far by placing it on national television. Raw asked some uncomfortable questions to the producers of these elaborate stings and tricks.
Hello, hello.
In Spain, if you are presented with one of these,
Hi, you're tuned to Raw TV. Welcome to the show that takes a totally refreshing look at the stories and music that matter in Europe. You can trust us to leave no stone unturned in the eternal quest for the holy grail of youth television. I'm Kimberly. This week we have a veritable orgy of vision and sound, kicking off with London authorities at Thames and cleaning up Soho's sleaze and sex shows. We meet Daniel Dark, the Paris punk and self-styled poet who roared to success in the 80s but threw it away with drink and drugs. We cross to the Emerald Island to meet Brad Chuck Murphy II and his cult late night show. Ever wanted to be a bodyguard? We take you to school with the professionals. Tip for the top, babes in Toyland and 5440. So hang on for the Raw TV experience. London Soho has always been the centre of the UK's sex industry, living in an uneasy truce with authorities. During the 80s, the area became virtually controlled by porn barons and things got out of hand. And so the Westminster Council set about trying to clean it up. Frickleton air, where people get up to the strangest things in Switzerland. We're all stumbled upon this collective, where they make music from natural instruments. And here, we make music with cows. I'm Kimberly and you've been watching Raw TV. Join us next week when we try our hand at London stand-up comedy, we explore a Danish sex museum, and we meet a man obsessed with guinea pigs. On the music front, we'll speak to Portuguese rapper General D, as well as Ian McCulloch from Echo and the Bunnymen. Fortunately, there's still one last tip for the top, Canadian band 5440, who are set to take Europe by storm with their blend of grunge and melody.
You know what this reminds me of? I used to have a paper route, you know, like a paper boy. This kind of weather, it's like, yeah. I hated it.
Hello and welcome to Raw TV, the show that keeps you up to date with what's new and happening in Europe. I don't know what it is about this week's show, but there's a strong smell of sex and humour. We explore the new wave of do-it-yourself porn that is sweeping the UK. Is this another way of exploiting women through video or just harmless fun? We visit a museum in Denmark dedicated to erotica. In London, we find out if a complete novice can survive the harsh world of stand-up comedy. And in Scotland, we meet a man who is obsessed with guinea pigs. On the music front, we have an exclusive interview with Ian McCulloch, formerly of Echo and the Bunnymen, and we speak to rapper General D about racism and music in Portugal. London's stand-up comedy circuit is one of the toughest in the world. Success can bring enormous riches and lucrative TV deals, but the road to success is littered with the shattered egos of those that never made it. Raw decided that Anne-Marie needed taking down a few pegs, and so we sent her to one of London's toughest clubs to take on the hecklers. We'll return to her later in the show to see if she survived.
And now it's like I can do it.
Really
shower,
savage.
everything. Half an hour. It's mega.
The British media have been debating the pros and cons of video porn, and the main argument surrounds the new do-it-yourself home videos, where a single person can produce a video with a domestic camcorder. These guys will film anything, and I mean anything, just as long as it's got a semi-naked woman. Raw went to find out what all the fuss was about.
My name's Ben Dover.
General D has made quite a name for himself in Portugal. His fast-paced African-style rap has cut its way through conservative audiences. But things have not always been easy for this young black guy born on the wrong side of the river. General D fights racial prejudice through music.
Here I am in one of the roughest neighborhoods in Lisbon to talk with General D, Portugal's...
I need to go and get incredibly drunk now because I just can't cope anymore.
Obsessions grab people in different ways. For most of us it could be cars, football clubs or food. But at Raw we like to take things a step further. And so in Scotland we meet a man obsessed with guinea pigs.
I haven't found a way of making a lot of money. Was complete trust in me. That's a hell of a kick for me. A hell of a kick.
For more of Europe's best, join us next week for British punk poets, mad Belgian politicians, and comedians that go beyond the pale. We'll have music from The Pretenders and Edelweiss. Our tip for the top this week is Billy's a Kick, and here they are with their hit Mangez-moi. I'm Kimberly, and you've been watching Raw TV.
Hello everybody, my name is Billy the Kick.